Hi, Jason here with Muse Sounds. We are super excited to bring to StaffPad and MuseScore Studio our very own pipe organ, simply named Muse Pipe Organ. It's a gorgeous instrument with dozens of presets and variations, all sampled from a real pipe organ, of course. This is a Casavant organ, built originally by the Casavant Frères in Canada. The organ beautifully captures the essence of organ building with a full plenum, enclosed choir and swell, and a capable pedal section. This was a real passion project, just like all Muse Sounds projects. Let's dive in and take a look at what Muse Pipe Organ has to offer. Let's start by comparing the MS Basic pipe organ to the Muse pipe organ. Here is the MS Basic. And here is Muse Pipe Organ. Let's take a look at the presets. So I'm going to add staff text to the first note, allowing me to have access to those presets. And then when I select this icon here, we can see all the presets. Presets are labeled and organized as follows, where we have the full organ first, as well as the swells. The swells change dynamics and increase the amount of pipes as you increase the dynamics. Then we have just regular stops that you can see labeled. The plenum showing that it increases in volume as with each of these presets by adding more pipes. Then we have flutes, reeds, strings, trumpet, and so on. Some of these have the pedals added back in, and we'll have a listen to all these. So first, let's start with the full organ. Okay, and moving on to the plenum swell. I'm going to switch this over once we get part of the way through to hearing the dynamics. Here are the flutes. Flute solo. Again with the reeds. Next, we'll have a listen to one of the individual stops. A pedal preset is also included with the manuals, just in case you want to switch it up. Here's the standard stopped diapason. The individual stops, though not shown here, can also be combined with other presets. And then back to the plenum. There's plenty more to discover, but we're going to move on to the pedals. So we have a section from a score here, and we have the pipe organ up top and the pedals on the bottom. I'm just going to show the mixer. This is what we've got. Muse Pipe Organ manual and then Muse Pipe Organ pedals. So if I want to change the sound for the pedals and take a look at what's inside of them for presets, I can select the first note. Same thing as before. I'm going to grab staff text and open up the sound flags for it. And you go through and you can see all the different presets that are here. One of the things that I wanted to show you is the comparison between the pedal presets and the main organ presets. If you go into the main organ, you'll see that they have plenum and so on. When you go into the pedals, the presets line up, as in they have counterparts for each of them. So this says flutes, reeds, trumpets, plenum, swell, and so on. So then when you see each of these, you will be able to match them up. So let's give you an example of that. I'm going to take the plenum mezzo piano, and it also indicates the length of pipes that are included with that. And then I can take the plenum mezzo piano right there, and I'm going to turn off the pedal preset. So in this one, it's just going to be the MP without the pedals, because the pedals are playing down below. And then you get this. But we're also capable of adding sound flags in between on different staves, and I can do that as follows. So I'm going to go in, add a staff text over here, and on this staff text, I'm going to choose the mezzo piano. And this is the great. And then inside of the top, I'm going to choose the solo. And the solo I can choose. I'm probably just going to choose a flute, but I might choose an individual stop. We'll have to see. Okay, let's see what we got. And the flute might require the flute accompaniment in order to balance and level. So let's do that. Flute accompaniment, solo accompaniment, just the accompaniment. There we go. And let's switch this over on the pedal side. Flute solo. So flute pedals. There we go. And it will sound like this. Then let's mix this up a little bit. We'll add a single staff text here with a single stop. I think I'm going to do the Clarion 4, just to give it a little bit of a different sound at that point. And you'll hear it switch. So let's go back over here and we'll play it. And I think I have to make sure that this is also a staff text, so that it doesn't switch the whole thing on me. And we'll keep it as the solo accompaniment, flute accompaniment. I think that's what I've got. So let's hear that. And I also have to select the bottom in order to hear the pedals. And let's do something ridiculous over here. I'll add in another staff text, and we'll just add some trumpets at the end. Trumpets on the top. There they are. Do full plenum right there, just to show you some power. So plenum, triple forte, and then why not? We'll do the same thing in the bass for the pedals. Add these. And there we go, plenum, double forte. And let's just make sure that there are only one of them selected. No, it's getting two for some reason. Okay, and let's hear what that sounds like. across here, it's switching. And there you go. One of the beautiful things about the staff text sound flags preset choosing is that you have the ability to combine different stops as well. Now, most of our stops already include a bunch of stops already pulled out, but the presets can be combined as follows. So let's see how this works. I'm adding staff text, and I just simply searched for it up there like I did before. I'm going to go into the staff text, and from this double line up top over here, I'm going to select Allow Multiple Selection. And then I can go through and choose a couple of things. So let's first start with, maybe the gedect. There's the gedect. I'm just going to make sure that it's happening. I'm only going to hear these two together, so hopefully they're playing together. Let's hear it. Yeah, great. So then let's add multiples to this. So then I can add the pedals an octave below. So then there they are. The two of them gives it a comma. So it's 8 foot and 16 foot. Let's hear that. And the gedect is naturally a little bit softer, right? So then let's add, we'll take these off and just do stop diapason, and maybe we'll do the clarion swell from the swell and see what we get there. So it gives you a little bit more control as you can add things. I'm going to choose to increase that to be all of our available single stops and see what we get. Makes for a long line across here. And not only that, because it's got some reeds in there, I can also add, if I wanted to, yeah, maybe a flute solo swell on top of it. Here's what we get. Okay, and then I'm going to add the same thing with the pedals. Adding my staff text, and we can see if we can combine something here and make something nice. Let's see if I can get the strings in the gedect. Let's just hear the gedect on its own. It's quite quiet. And then we'll add the strings to that, and we get this. Nice little layering. And then all that played back together. I can just go back to the beginning here. And just like before, we have the ability to change this anytime throughout. So I can add another staff text, and with that staff text, I can then choose a different combination or single. I'm going to do stop diapason and then maybe the clarion. Then I'm adding another staff text down here to get this a different sound. I might just choose maybe the plenum P. That's going to be really loud, by the way. And then same thing on the pedal. So if you wanted to change the pedal at this point, we just go in, create a staff text, and why not? We'll combine a couple of things. It'd be ridiculous just to add the trumpet. I was just looking at it thinking how loud it would be. But here, let's just play into that so that you get an idea. So there you go. That's the Muse Pipe Organ and the different presets that you can use with sound flags. If you would like to get Muse Pipe Organ or any other Muse library, you can head over to MuseHub.com.